Videotape, we can bring it to you now. 3 gold medals this year at the Pan Am Games, and Shannon Miller has lost none of her competitive drive.
She was the 93 world champion on the floor exercise. She recently finished 3rd at the national championships, where she performed this new routine that we'll see here.
And it was elegant, wasn't it?
It was the more sophisticated and mature Shannon Miller. Very classical and pretty. Here comes her first of 4 tumbling passes. A whip back through to a full twisting double back in the pike position. Beautiful landing. And second tumbling pass, Shannon Miller goes above and beyond here, doing 4 tumbling passes where most other gymnasts are only doing 3. Front handspring front double full. An E element. The most difficult in gymnastics. She'll take a big breather here for her huge last tumbling pass. She ends this routine with a full in. And there it is. What a performance by Shannon Miller. And a wave to her fans.
And you can hear Steve Nuno. He's thrilled with that routine. And in fact, it was a fantastically well-received routine.
All right.
And the judges gave her a 9.9. A great score for a beautiful floor exercise.
Take a look at her first tumbling pass. She does a whip back through to a full twisting double back in the pike position. Very difficult. A little sloppy in the legs, but she lands it and stands it up very well. Again, she performed 4 tumbling passes, a true testament to her toughness and her physical stamina. This is her last tumbling pass. So difficult to end a routine with a full in. A great job.
Very enthusiastic crowd responded when they saw the official 9.9 from the judges, and that in fact set the scene. Mocianu, remember, needed a 9.75 to keep her lead to Mark's 9.737. So Shannon Miller takes the lead for the first time with 1 rotation remaining. Arnold, who had an unfortunate occurrence as she mounted the beam in the 3rd rotation. She began in 7th place, but because she had trouble right out of the chute, she dropped off the beam and off the team, earning an 8.7 for that unfortunate mistake. And so it sets the scene as we enter the final rotation. As we look at our standings, look at the margin. Shannon Miller over Dominique Mocianu by 1/1,000th of a point. And Donnie Thompson now in 8th place, just off the team behind her teammate. So now here's Shannon Miller, her final attempt, her final rotation. She is leading the field by 1/1,000th, the smallest margin possible. Our leader for the first time in the competition. Her last performance, a balance beam.
This event has been her Achilles heel lately. She missed at the national championships. It cost her the all-around title. She also fell at the American Cup and had some problems at the Pan Am Games. So she is well aware of the risk on this event, and it's extremely important for her at this very moment. She's flowing so nicely. She looks beautiful on the balance beam.
She considers it one of her favorites.
She was the 94 world champion in this event. That was a gainer layup step out, and she kept her back leg up, which is very difficult to do. Here's the element. Here's the flight series she had problems with at nationals. 3 layouts in a row. She only threw 2 of them. She was supposed to do a 3rd layout. Obviously playing it safe to keep the lead. At least an attempt to keep the lead. Beautiful back handspring turn.
She knows she has to outscore Moceanu's floor routine still to come.
And she's a very smart and confident competitor. Her dismount is a huge pull in. Let's see if she throws it. She does. To a perfect landing. A beautiful routine outside of not throwing her last layout.
What might that have cost her in points? Is there a deduction there, lowering the start value?
It's not lowering. I don't believe that it will lower the start value. She doesn't have as much difficulty as backup.
Good for you.
Well, Nuno certainly pleased by that performance.
Super, super. That little hesitation on that layout, huh? Other than that, perfect set. Beautiful Miller.
And here's her tumbling pass, back handspring. There's one layout and another. It looks like she's off a little to the right. Absolutely, and she didn't want to go for that third layout. And here's her dismount. A full twisting double back. And she nails this landing. Right on.
Clearly, any penalty as a result of not doing the third was worth the price, because she clearly would have fallen had she done the third layout. We'll have the score for Shannon Miller's beam routine when we return. Still to come, Dominique Moceanu on floor.
337. Your next competitor on floor.
Feel in over your head sometimes?
You can learn to love it. People from all over. And a slight smile on the face of Shannon Miller. Her score revealed a 9.912. Remarkable earning on the balance beam and puts the pressure squarely on the shoulders of the 13-year-old Dominique Moceanu. The lowest score she can get from the judges and still be the top earner here is a 9.925. Now, there is no gold medal awarded at the trials. The best you can get is a ticket to Japan. But that notwithstanding, this young lady wants to leave this meet is the best there is.
That's certainly the truth, and it's going to be very difficult for her to make up that margin on this event. This is actually her weakest event, though one of her favorites. Bella says she needs to upgrade her tumbling and has to improve on this event.
Crowd definitely into this.
Absolutely. She certainly sparkles and has an energy that's captivating.
Looks pretty flawless here.
She's having a lot of fun. She certainly knows how to pull a crowd in. A beautiful last tumbling run. And the crowd loves it.
You know, Bella's fighting for a 10.0. He's arguing it's worth every penny.
That's coming out from here.
She actually upgraded her tumbling. She had 4 tumbling passes. That's something she did not do at the national championship.
He's arguing for her start value, isn't he? Oh, look at that smile.
While we're waiting for the scoreboard, Dominique, another one of Bella Caroli's outstanding.
Get a closer look at one of her tumbling passes. This is her middle pass. She does a front full to an immediate front layout and a big bounce. That was actually her third tumbling pass. She did complete 4 tumbling runs. And her last tumbling pass, 2.5 twists to an immediate punch front. She just drops out of the sky.